Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new toy review. Today we're looking at the Funko Pop Marvel Daredevil Season 2 line. This would be the second wave of Daredevil's TV show pop line as well. So let's take a look. First up we have Daredevil himself. So we can take a close-up look here at Daredevil. You can see his body part right here. Great use of his armor. Similar to the first wave one, but this one's different because he has a new stick that stretches out like the original comic books. This is also a new addition that he has on the second season, which I thought was really cool. Another interesting change too is that they put his eyes in orange to reflect the dark red that they have now on the show, instead of being all black like the previous wave 1 Daredevil. Overall, I think it's a really great figure. The first wave 1 Daredevil was one of my favorites. The amazing details they do to capture the helmet, the armor of everything, and I really love that costume of Daredevil, and I think this one's no exception. It definitely has those small upgrades and changes they did on the second season to the character, but still capture it really well. Definitely, if you love the show, I think you definitely need to get this one. Next up, we have the Punisher. The Punisher was a surprise for me in the show because he became like an instant favorite, even though I didn't know nothing about the Punisher, and I didn't think the character would interest me, but once I saw the show, I loved the character. Great attention to detail to his eye being hurt. You can see the damage there, while also have a little bit pink going on here on the eye. Great attention to detail. The hand, I would admit that the hand here looks a little bit weird. Like it doesn't have, I mean you do have finger details here, but the hand looks very flat here, pasted on. But the weapon looks fine, looks pretty big, very shiny too, just to make it stand out from all the black on his costume. Great attention to the skull logo detail, very nicely right there. His costume's not that fancy, so there's not that much detail. Overall, it looks great. I think it's a great capture of how the character looks on the show. I'm just find it a little odd that the hands that they went with are a little bit square design. I mean, I don't mind it because overall the Funkos are pretty square cubes in their own right, but it seemed a little weird compared to the rest of the characters. Still, a great one to have if you really like the character of the Punisher. And this one's actually one of the harder pops to get from the line. Last but not least is Elektra. Elektra is another great character on the show that's added on the second season, and I'm really happy with her Funko Pop overall too. I like that she has similar characteristics to the Daredevil suit, with all the straps here with a mix of red and black. Her costume is pretty unique in her own way. I'm really glad how she's sculpted, because there's always this problem that some of the female Funko Pops tend to have smaller bodies, and then when you put in a marble bobblehead, it's impossible to pose down. You have to use a special stand, or sometimes they don't even bring the stand to strap on the pop. Elektra doesn't have that problem, thankfully. It's very well done. Very nice details on the swords right here, capture well. Her hands don't look as blocky as the one from the Punisher either. You can see great capture of that. Great detail of the cloth design. Even the hair, I know it's kind of silly, but I'm really impressed with the entire head sculpt, because again of the situation that bobbleheads sometimes just flat on, fall down and all that stuff. I think that her posing mixed in with the way of the head sculpt, it's really great to maintain the pop very well positioned. Overall, I think this is a really great line of Marvel Funko Pops. Definitely, I think one of my favorites overall from the Marvel Pops line. I feel this one is much better quality than the Civil War ones, because the Civil War ones, sometimes the painting was off, didn't feel as vibrant, and also the bobblehead sometimes was a bit of a hit or miss. Sometimes they were more inclined to one way, sometimes it felt the head was too stretched and all that. I mean, they were still good pops, but I think that there was a better paid attention to detail on this particular one. And I'm really happy and hope to see more of the different defenders as well from the other shows too. Anyway, thank you for watching this video and stay tuned for more figure reviews.